Hey guys, this is Heather. All right, today is July 1st, otherwise known as Canada Day, otherwise known as Heather's favorite holiday of the year. So I'm pretty excited. I'm having a party, invited a bunch of friends over, and I'm making some Nanaimo bars for dessert. Nanaimo bars are a treat that originated in a town called Nanaimo in British Columbia, and they're pretty special. So the base is a layer of coconut brownie. Then there's a layer of vanilla kind of custardy type thing. And then there's a layer of chocolate, hard chocolate on top. So obviously I'm going to make a vegan version of these. And I'm going to start with the brownie base. And when I was trying to think of a recipe for brownies, I thought, well, I could just throw something together. Or I could check out what my friend Dreena has in her book, Plant-Powered Families. So I did that and I found the perfect recipe. It is her nut-free frosted brownies because they are no bake, hence the raw. These are pretty much a fan favorite of Dreena's. They've been around for a long time, but for this latest cookbook, Plant-Powered Families, she made them nut-free for those of you who are allergic to nuts. So this is going to be a lot of fun. No baking, all amazing whole plant foods going in here. So let's get started. Now wait a minute, before we jump into the brownies, I just need to say something about this book because it's pretty phenomenal. It's called Plant-Powered Families because not only does it have over 100 of Dreena's amazing whole food vegan recipes, and she tests them on her 3 little girls. So if you have kids, know that Dreena's recipes are kid tested and kid approved. But she also put in this book a little bit further than her other cookbooks, information about how to actually do vegan in a real world way for your family. So there's information in here about how to pack school lunches, how to deal with picky eaters, how to handle social situations that you're sending your kids to. And she also wanted to give a nutritional basis to veganism because that is a question that comes up so often when you're feeding your kids vegan food. So in the back, she has put together some meal plans based on the recipes in this book. If I can find it. There it is. So if you have this book, you can flip to the back and you'll find this sample vegan meal plans. And if you look down right here, you'll see my name. Because Dreena's not a nutritionist, so she wanted to get a nutritionist's opinion on her meal plans. So she put together the recipes in a typical way that her family would eat, and then I did the nutritional analysis for her. And we actually went into some FAQs that she gets about nutrition. So what about protein, iron, and calcium? And we went into depth about how to get those nutrients as a vegan and some important points for raising kids. We also went into healthy fats, daily fat intake, which supplements do we actually need, and specifically how to get those supplements for kids. Now, Dreena gave some practical tips on that one. And soy is another big question that often comes up. And then I went a little bit nuts on the nutrient charts, showing you how to get various nutrients from wonderful plant foods. So it's an awesome book, and I am incredibly happy to tell you that there are 2 lucky people out there, 2 of you, who will win a copy of Plant-Powered Families. One of you from Canada for Canada Day, and the second one will be from the US for July 4th. So you'll find a link right down below this video where you can enter to win a copy of Plant-Powered Families. You want it. It's a good one. All right, let's make some brownies. Now I'm going to make this recipe in my blend tech with my twister jar because it involves blending dates and seeds and coconut. Food processor would also work perfectly. So we're going to start with some coconut, then some hemp seeds, which are fairly easy to find. You can order them on Amazon if you can't find any locally. And the reason Dreena and I love hemp hearts is that they're soft, they're very mild flavor, and they have a great amount of omega-3 in them. But I hear from people all the time about how to substitute hemp seeds because they just can't find them or they don't want to find them. So if that's the case, you could use any other type of seed. So you could use some sesame seeds. And I'm just going to make a combo because I'm crazy like that. You could use some sunflower seeds. And if you don't have a problem with nuts, you could use walnuts or cashews or any other kind of soft nut, like maybe macadamias, but not almonds. They're a little too hard. So half a cup total, toss it in there. Half a cup of rolled oats. And because my jar is getting fairly full, I'm actually going to give this a little blend first. Then I will add some cocoa powder, some sea salt, some dates with the pits taken out. This is where the sweetness and the stickiness comes from. No sugar, no oil in this recipe. And last but not least, luckily, because I think nothing else will fit in here, some vanilla extract. And after a bit of coaxing, because this is quite thick, you should wind up with a very dark, very sticky mixture. Then what you want to do is lay the mixture into a pan lined with either parchment paper or a silpat mat so that you can lift this out easily afterwards. And it should be square. Mine is a little bit too big, but I'm just going to form it so that it would be square. You can either use a nonstick spatula, a spoon, some parchment paper, or what I usually do is wet my hands so that this doesn't stick to me, and then just press it out. All right, so there are my brownies ready as a base for my Nanaimo bars. And actually, before I do anything else, I always take a taste test. That is perfect. Now, in the book, Dreena has a chocolate frosting on these brownies, and it's made of coconut butter, maple syrup, and cocoa powder, which sounds delicious. But as I said, I'm making Nanaimo bars, so I'm gonna make a custard out of coconut milk, and I'm gonna melt some dark chocolate to harden on top. And my friends who are coming over for Canada Day will get to see the finished product. But for you guys, if you want to enter to win a copy of Plant Powered Families, then just click the link down below. You'll get the recipe for today, and you can enter to win the book. Now, last thing, Dreena and I have been talking for a really long time about doing a meal plan together and taking her family-friendly recipes and setting it up in my online meal plan program, which would allow you to plug in all of your family members, and the meal plan would adjust to tell you how much to make for a meal, how much to buy at the grocery store for all the ingredients, and all that good stuff. So if you would want to see that, leave us a comment down below. And hopefully, if enough of you leave comments, that will motivate us to get on this sooner rather than later. In the meantime, enter the contest for the cookbook, check it out on Amazon, check out Dreena's website, plantpoweredkitchen.com, and you can also see a whole bunch of live videos that Dreena and I have done together over the years. So I'll post some links to those videos so you can check out more of her amazing self. All right, leave me a thumbs up if you like the Brawnies from Dreena's book, and leave us a comment if you want to see us do a meal plan together. All right, thanks guys, bye.